Hello. Happy Monday. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Things needed to be updated apparently as soon as I launched, so I'm here. Hope you had a great weekend, a nice birthday weekend. For my son's birthday's today, so it kind of overlapped. I did get to see him. We did some drive-by visits yesterday, so that was awesome. You've heard me talk about my circle. Well, our church did drive-in church yesterday. So we went and we listened to the Facebook Live in the car and sat in the parking lot and watched watched the pastor on the front stairs and waved to our friends. Hey, Shannon. So that was fun. That was good. And Mom was able to come. So getting into church is kind of a challenge because the ramp is really long. So this actually worked out really well. She was able to come. And then we did the loop and visited. I've told you before how blessed I am that my kids, my grown kids, all live near me, all within 5 miles. So Sarah texted everyone and said, okay, we'll be there about 11:30, and we drove and stopped and said hi to everyone. So it was great. I got my fix. I got to see all my kids, and I feel awesome. Not the same. No hugs involved. Penny, yay, welcome back. Glad to have you. Hey, Lana. Hope the wind stays for you guys. All right, so what are we doing tonight? Well, tonight we are going to do a simple, and I'm actually going to show, there's a free one for you. Let me just get down here for a sec and start playing so I can show you how to do it, okay? Yep, we got the right one. So here we are in Design Space. Now, where are you going to get this free thing, and what am I talking about? Well, a simple is an SVG that I create that are able to be cut in Design Space or any other SVG cutting machine that you have that lets you scrapbook in a really cool way, really well, simple. So tonight I'm going to show you how to do it from start to finish. There's lots of new ones that are really fun. You'll check them out when you get to the website. You can see them in the store. But the one you want tonight is free, and that's in the classroom. So I know I'm sending you all over. It's kind of a scavenger hunt. But if you click on that website right there, karamiller.com, and you go to classroom, make sure you're enrolled in the free one. There's a bunch of free ones, but the one you want is the one that says 2020 live classes. You want that free one. Yes, Deborah, everything's great here. Everybody's really good. I'm loving it. Rainy, icky, miserable day today, but that's okay. We'll be fine. Spring, that means spring's coming, right? April showers bring May flowers. Yeah. So that's the free class. Make sure you grab that, okay? So that's the only thing you have to do is enroll in that. Then you'll look for April, scroll down, and you'll see this SVG. So let's bring it in. I've downloaded it to my computer. That's the tricky part. Where did I save it? And I'm going to bring it on in. This is just a one page, just to give you some ideas. It does kind of go with the excellent layout that you'll see in there. So if you purchased that one and need an extra page, this would work. And the first thing you need to do when you bring it into Design Space is you could cut out those little eggs, but that means that you have to piece every little teeny tiny one, and that's just kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to draw them. I'm going to let the Cricut do the work, and Cricut's going to draw them, and then we're going to color them. So in order to get Cricut to do that, I need to tell it. I'm using my Maker because this is an 11.49 by 11.49. You can also cut it on any member of the Explore family. It's too big to cut with a Joy. And if you were to bring it in with the Joy, it would tell you that. Exactly. We are just going to be overrun with Mayflowers here too. So the first thing you want to do is, you don't have to ungroup or move or do anything. You're going to click on this, and you're going to come up here to the cut type, and you're going to change it to draw. Okay, pretty simple. Now, because I think I moved it a little, I'm going to click on this draw layer, but notice everybody's together. So I'm going to ungroup, still not move anything. Click on the draw layer, and I'm going to bring this over just a smidge, just an itty bitty bit. I want to make sure it's lined up nice and even. Okay, everybody's happy. Select all. I'm going to come down here to attach, and then I'm going to send it over to the mat to cut it out. And when you do, you'll notice that this is both a draw and a cut layer. So you're going to need to put your pencil, your Cricut pen in the machine. And then Cricut's going to do the work. And it's going to look like, get everything off of here, it's going to look like this. So it draws and cuts at the same time, right? All right, so let's clean this up. We're going to take away the excess. Now, when you are doing simples, you're going to end up with some really cool pieces. Do not throw this away. You're going to want to hold on to this because this is great. You can use this for another stamping image. So hold on to those little pieces and put those to your piece drawer, your scrap table, wherever you keep those kinds of things. This one's kind of maybe, I don't know, but this is still plenty. That's 3 by 3. That would do a good circle. You know, lots of things you can do with it. So put that away. And so really all I'm going to throw away is this. All right? All right. Now remember, there's going to be more too that I'm going to save. When you take things off the mat, and remember, I recommend the blue Cricut mat. If you're a paper crafter, Cricut loves the blue mats. So much better than the green ones that you're used to. And remember, these mats, oh, they're probably like newish as of in 3 or 4 years ago in design. Don't be scrubbing these with anything. You don't need to. You just run them under some warm water, maybe a little bit of dish soap, just your hand, let them dry, and they'll get sticky again. You're going to flip them over, and you're going to carefully take the mat away from the paper, not vice versa. All right, all good. And then we're going to flip this little baby back over. And now notice we have these really great pieces. We're going to save these. These are going to be perfect for the next card that we make. So we've got this great collection of paper that we're not going to waste. And we're going to put that in the drawer. All right. So now we've got some things to do. I'm going to use my blends and color this in. And I'm going to do some stamping on it too. Hey Trish, how are you? We did. I hope you had a good Easter as well. So I'm going to stamp using Fable Friends. Please double check. We are getting, this is kind of a double whammy with Stampin' Up. We are coming towards the end of this catalog. We just went through Celebration. Everyone's at home. So some things are selling out. If you are absolutely in love with a stamp set, double check and get it. If you want it, I would get it soon rather than later. Some of the dies are sold out now. And the reason they're sold out is because the dies come from China. And so consequently, not only have the Chinese factories been closed down, our shipping and things, but the factories themselves have been closed because people have been sick. So my understanding is they're starting back up again, but in the meantime, dies are a little scarce in some designs. So if you see a bundle that says sold out or a suite that says sold out, but you really like the stamp set, look at the stamp set. It might be here because we make those in the United States. Well, not we. I don't do it. Stampin' Up does. All right, so this says Easter greetings. I'm going to use that. So that's just my little public service announcement. New catalogs come out in June. I'm confused because demonstrators get to see them sooner. Remember, being a demonstrator is still a good deal. And we just had a new demonstrator join our team today. Hello, Shannon. And if you're a demonstrator and you just want to get the discount, you can do that too. That doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I love when you do that. So I'm trying to see what might fit on here. I was feeling like the ducklings might fit, but then the ducklings would be above the eggs, and that would be kind of silly. So I don't think I'm going to do any. I think the eggs are going to be enough. I might take this little grass, though, and add a little something to it. We have this itty-bitty little grass stamp. Now, if I had thought about this before, I could have decided, you know what, I'm not going to put those eggs there, or I'm going to put the eggs somewhere else. Hey, Mary Lou. I know, the paper is incredible, and that is one of the things that I highly recommend if you are a Cricut user, the Stampin' Up! Paper. It just really, really likes it. Okay, so we're going to put this, our backing is going to be, this is probably my favorite because of the colors. This is Bird Ballad, and this is still available, but this backside, I mean, honestly, don't you love it? All right, and it matches Lulu's dress, which is one of the pictures I'm going to use. So that's what my layout's going to look like. But in the meantime, I'm going to do my decorating. I'll put you over here. So I'm going to use some Mango Medley. Now you're thinking, wait a minute, you did not use the right stamp. You didn't stamp these. You used a Cricut pen to write them. I did. But we're going to be okay because Cricut can do it. Well, Cricut's not doing it. I'm doing this. This one is Petal Pink. And then I'm also wanting to use some Pool Party. Okay. So I'm going to take the egg. And if you notice, let me zoom in so you can see this nice and tight. When you're coloring with the blends, you don't need a heavy hand. So this is Dark Pool Party. I'm going to do a little dark and light. But if you kind of go gently and not get super heavy-handed, you're really okay. And it kind of goes fast. You really don't need that much. Now, I could have cut paper. I didn't have to switch this to draw. I could have let it cut paper and then positioned it on here. That would have worked. In fact, on the layout that's in the store, I did actually cut the paper out. I'll show you that one in a minute. So there's that one. Let's get some mango. And we're going to color you in. And truthfully, just this little bit of coloring makes this look like a super colossal embellishment. And it's really not a big deal. The Cricut did the work, and then you added the color, and it really steps up what your layout looks like. Now, the reason simples are, well, I think simple, is you don't have to figure out where do your pictures go on the layout. You don't have to figure out what size photos do you need. You just take the simple and run with it. So if you've not used simples before, we're going to show you why I love them. And you'll also notice that simples have gotten simple for you to use, but a little more complicated in design. Because when I first created these, Trish will remember this, my initial thought was I was going to cut these all out for you. Silly girl. I thought that wouldn't be hard. Yeah. And then I realized that you guys really liked them, and there was no way I could keep up with my little Cricut here cutting as many simples as I needed. So they quickly changed to be an SVG that you could do. Hello, ladies. Hey, Becky. So they changed to something that you could do, and now it's much simpler. For me. I don't know how it is for you. I think they're still simple. I want some old olive, because that's what grass is always. I know. I really thought it was a good idea. Foolish. And I'm just going to put a little bit of grass at the bottom of my eggs. Did you guys get to do an egg gathering at your place yesterday? We did. Okay, and then I'm going to do Easter greeting, and I'm going to use the same old olive for that. I know, it seemed like such a good idea at the time. And then I called Trish crying and said, I've overdone it, now what do I do? Okay, so there's my work. Let's move this baby over. And now we're ready to put this together. Exactly. You don't have to wait for them. They're right there when you're ready. So see how this goes? Okay. Ooh, let me grab, I think my pictures are done printing. Did we get them all? We did. These are my pictures from yesterday. I use the Canon Selfie. I love it. Nice. And so I have, this one's going to go here. Whoops, I think I might go the other way. Well, we'll see. This one's going to go here, and this one's going to go here. Now, I have to crop this one down a little, but I look kind of silly in a winter coat anyway. I was freezing. The kids are sleeveless shirts, and I'm in I was freezing. They were fine. So these fit the Simple Toolkit cropping tools. And you'll see those also in the store, not the Stampin' Up store, that's where it gets confusing, and not in the classroom. They're in my store that's here. I'm just so busy. And you're going to pick whichever one fits. They come with little guides, little stickers that you put on. And you're going to see the 3.5 by 3.5 is going to fit that crop already. Okay, then you need a pair of scissors. Long bladed scissors work better. And I'm going to take this, and now I'm going to figure out, I mean, this is a cute photo of the girls, and I look goofy in the winter coat anyway. I mean, I could probably, nah, we'll do another one where I'm in it. But for right now, I'm going to do that. I don't really need the car, right? All right, so you're going to look at this and think, oh, but you cut yourself out. I'm in another one. It's okay. I don't need to be in all of them. It's about the girls. I know I was there. And I literally just hold it with my thumb and cut with a pair of scissors. It's that simple. I don't have to measure. You saw me the other night when I tried to do it without these tools. It's crazy town. It really is. All right, so that, and it's going to fit. Now I have two options. I can put it on top like this if I want, or I can tuck it underneath and then I get the frame on the top, which I kind of like. I like that look. All right, so there's that one. These other two don't need cropping because these fit 4 by 6, so I just need to tear these little pieces off. This is Lucy when she figured out how many jelly beans she had. And then this is us. And now this is a really simple because I wanted to be able to finish it in a few minutes with you. Some of them have more to them. I want to show you what the other, I think it's right here. Yep, this is the excellent layout that's in the store right now. It's a 2-pager, and it gives you room for 1, 2, 3, 4 photos on this page, and 1 vertical and 1 4x4 photo over here. Okay? So as I said, these eggs coordinate. This is the one where you glue the eggs together. This one, the eggs are colored with the blends. So you could make, if you needed an extra page, this one could go with it. All right, so now we're ready to put this all together. So here's the trick. It's way easier to just put this like this and just glue it down. But I like the way it looks the other way. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to take my pretty paper out from under it. I'm going to put down my silicone mat so I don't get adhesive all over everything. And I'm going to take my snail and I'm just going to go around the edge. You don't have to do it all. Now, your picture is going to be centered, right? And you're thinking, well, now that glue is sticking out beyond it. It sure is, but that's okay because it will stick it down to my mat, right? Okay, so there's one. This one, we're going to do the same thing. It really is simple. It really isn't hard. The coronavirus one that I posted for you doesn't have these, well, it does have frames now, I think. That's a free one. I know, the silicone mat is the best. All right, this is us at dinner. Again, I need to make sure that we go nice and straight. We did an entire month of scrapbooking, and then I went back to cards, but honestly, with the stay home, I need to get my scrapbooking done. There's so many cool things that it's a perfect time to do it. So if you're home, or even if you're only part of the time home, there's a lot of time. You have time now. You really do. Get yourself an easy printer that prints at home. I'll put the Canon or the selfie one. I bought mine on Amazon. And I've had people ask me, is it more, I keep sticking to the other pieces, sorry. Is it expensive to print them? There is not a die cut for that one. No, that's just a plain stamp. It doesn't come in a bundle. Whoops, I'm really struggling with this one. I don't know why. There you go. Okay. And now we're going to bring you back. And then we just need to add a little bit more so this sticks. And then the cool thing about this is you can foof this up as much as you want or not. And you just line up the edge, make sure it's nice and straight. And your layout is done, right? Really, really simple. Doesn't take a ton. And for someone who thought, yeah, I don't really scrapbook, you know what? You could. It's not hard. And it lets you do a little bit of your stamping, a little bit of your coloring. Now, if I wanted to write the story, I could easily, remember I said we had all those papers left? I could easily take one of them. See how this would go really nice in the layout? I have 3 pages done. Yup, loving it. I'm trying, and I don't know how it's going to go, I'm trying to get new, I'm trying to build a library up for simples that are unique and different. Because for a long time we had a bunch, but, so let's say I wanted to journal, I could take one of these scraps, I can use my punch, I could set up a couple of really cool punches, I could do a layered punch, and I can write on here what I like. What I love about doing it on a punch, if I mess it up, just flip it over. If your handwriting makes you crazy, just flip it over and start again, or punch again and do it again. This is, so currently in the store, in case you missed some of these when we were showing them last week, there's a gardening one that's ready. This one's really fun. This has a lot more coloring on it, because I love coloring. This has Let's Grow, and you're going to color in this, and this has room for 2 photos. And then this is the second page, and this has room, again, more coloring, and that has room for 3 photos. But what I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to put in here and write what my garden is going to be and what my plan is. That's how I'm going to do mine, because I don't have any pictures yet. And then it'll be ready when when things actually grow, which someone else will have to plant because I would kill them. But I got some peeps that are going to do that for me. And then let me show you the new one, because you haven't seen this one yet. This one is really different. I'm calling this one Whimsy. I guess I was feeling kind of whimsical. And this is on the Silhouette Scenes paper, which I love. It's really, really bright, a little much, but look how cool it looks here. And this one says, love to laugh. And then this is a quote, and I did this in Design Space. I just picked a writing font, and this stuff, the other thing about these is I'm making sure that you have instructions when you go to the store to look for them. So if it's something that needs a video, there's a video there before you buy it, so you can look at it and make sure that it's what you want to do with it. This one is Your Laugh is the Best Thing I've Ever Heard. I just feel like these days we need some laughing. So this one, and you might think that this is really tricky. Whisper White 12 by 12 isn't a super thick cardstock, and Cricut loves it. Cuts out beautifully, no worries at all. And then this one, same way, this little thin. Now, sticking it down, that's a whole nother story. You're going to have to use the fine tip glue, or stick these down and just let this be loose. It's not going anywhere. You're going to slide it in a page protector. It's going to be fine. This easily could be a 12 by 12 that you put on the wall. It doesn't have to be in a scrapbook. You could just pop it in a nice 12 by 12 frame and put it on the wall with a couple of really fun photos. The one that I have, oh, my phone's up there. There's a really fun photo of me, of Lucy and I don't know if I can show you. I might be able to. You'll see it in a layout really soon, but it's not there yet. We're laughing. She's squeezing my face and we're laughing. So that's where that came from. That's why that's where whimsy came from. So anywho, I want you to make sure you go to the free classroom and get this one. It's in there for you. It doesn't have Easter greetings. You're going to put that in. Now, if you don't have a stamp set that you think this goes with, remember, Cricut can always write that for you. So you could go in. Another thing that you can do is grab Cricut images and add these to that if you want. But I make it simple for you, so you don't have to. We put it all together. This is plenty. Doesn't need tons of stuff on it. I could take some of this really cool paper. Remember I said I love this paper. I could, and it all coordinates. The colors are just my favorite. How about a nice strip of this going right along behind here? I don't know. I'm here. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you so much for coming. I hope everybody has a good week. We'll see you again on Thursday night. And I can't wait to see what you create. Please tag me in them. When you do your layouts, please tag me. I want to see what they look like. I want to see how you're doing. All right. Have a great night. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.